Hello and welcome to The Word, bringing you the good news of Jesus Christ every day from the order of preachers around the world. Today the Church celebrates Thursday of the 15th week in Ordinary Time. And from Italy, we hear from Ruth Ann Henderson. Ruth Ann is a lay Dominican who lives in Turin, and her preaching today is entitled Yoked.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. Come to me, all you that are weary and are carrying heavy burdens, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light. The Gospel of the Lord. There are times when these words of Jesus, reported by Matthew, are probably going to strike us as unconvincing. This is the very same man who is reported in the same chapter of Matthew as condemning the citizens of the towns where he had worked so many miracles, where he'd healed the sick, he'd given sight to the blind. He's telling those same people that they're going to be condemned to Hades. And yet here, not even half a page later, he's promising physical and spiritual rest to those who come to him. Well, of course, the Gospels are not supposed to be read as if they were on-the-spot recordings which perfectly represent exactly what Jesus said in precisely the order in which he said it at a given moment. But even if we set aside the contrast between the condemnation of the people living around the Sea of Galilee, it's not hard to understand, is it, why being a Christian is not, never has been, an easy option. We're asked, among much else, to love our enemies. Well, that's not always easy. We're asked to be unstoppably generous. If somebody asks to borrow something, Jesus says, give it to him or to her. If they want your coat, give them your cloak as well. If they strike you on one cheek, offer the other cheek too. There are people here and there who find all this pretty straightforward, but most of us struggle at least some of the time with this generosity in both material and emotional terms. And yet, here is this astonishing man saying that his yoke is easy, that what his teaching constrains us to do is no big deal, that we will barely notice how hard it is because it's a light burden. It weighs next to nothing. How on earth can we come to terms with what looks like just plain contradictory teaching, going against common sense, going against human nature? Well, of course, that's the point, isn't it? Human nature is deeply flawed. We very rarely fail to hesitate. No, that's put badly. With very rare exceptions, all of us hesitate at least some of the time to go the whole hog, to give unstintingly, to embrace our enemies, really, literally embrace them, to love them at least as much and as sincerely as we love our friends. Come to me, says Jesus. He doesn't mean just go to church every Sunday. He doesn't mean just behave decently. He doesn't mean just don't pick fights, don't nurse grudges. He means be what he teaches us to be all the way. Look, we've all learned to do something that we never expected to be capable of. Maybe cooking or playing a musical instrument, or, I don't know, touching our toes, which for many of us becomes a challenge as we get older. And how did we learn? By gritting our teeth and persisting. Maybe we won't turn into saints, exemplary figures of Christian love. We certainly won't turn into saints overnight. But if Jesus says we can do it, it's not impossible. Hard work, but worth the effort. Yes, we can. Let's persevere.